No, there's no letdown at all. I'm not worried about that. This week there's always some challenges just because of no school and family around and Thanksgiving, and so there's always that challenge to keep them focused on football when they're here. And so, but they've been fine. We'll continue to work on it, and tomorrow morning come back and get them refocused.
You talk about not making any one game too important, but also you hear a lot of talk about this is why games like this are why athletes come to USC. How do you manage both?
Well, games, we've had a lot of those this year, that are games why the kids come here. It's just one reason why they come here, and it's got nothing to do with how you prepare and how you practice, who you're playing. You just got to make sure that you're very consistent and really pushing our guys to continue to get better, and really making sure we're still challenging them. We opened up the left guard spot this week and split the rest 50-50, to try to improve the play there. So we're always going to try to find ways to make ourselves better and challenge our players.
Have you ever seen a team get better each and every week the way this one has?
Well, I think I don't know that we have every single week. We still go up and down at times, but we're playing pretty well in the three phases of the game outside of the fourth quarter. Last week we've been doing that for a few weeks in a row, but we got a lot of areas to improve. And really, we have not played great on special teams as well as we would have thought, especially over the last 4 or 5 games. So that's something that we really worked on this week. We need to have a great special team performance.
How did you feel about them continuing the tradition with the high school jerseys? I know more guys kind of planned to do it, didn't come together. But.
Yeah, I had no problem. They mentioned it to me. I had no problem with that. It's got nothing to do with how we're preparing and how we're lining up and practicing. And so, anytime we have a chance to let the kids do something they like, we usually favor that as long as we're still staying focused.
What about players that are close to their seniors, maybe co-starters? Do you have any philosophy on starting a senior in the last game such as this? Or
no, that would go completely against what we're about. Okay. We're about preparing every game the same and not having distractions and making sure that we're focused. That's a neat idea and everything, but that's not the object of this game. It's the next game on the schedule, and we've got to play really well in all three phases of the game and not worry about anything else.
How about you've got some guys that are close to milestones, kind of record-type seasons and achievements. How conscious are you going into a game of having them reach those?
That's once again, that's not what the game's about. The game's about coming out and playing really well. Now, in games that have become lopsided before over years, we definitely have followed those, and it's neat to help kids get those. Mm-hmm. But that would never be before making sure that we're winning the game.
And when you got here last year, did you know what kind of player you had in that field? Can you talk about his progress in these things?
Yeah, we knew Matt was really talented, and you could tell that as soon as we got out here working with him. But where I think Matt's really changed is Matt's completely bought in this year. Not that he hadn't last year, but he completely is. He's one of our emotional leaders in the locker room, in the huddle. And I thought last year he played really well, but he was a little bit more standoffish. And so to see that, and really that's kind of the theme of the team as you look from a year ago to now, is how much they're into it. How much they're playing for their team, number one by far. And he's a great example of that.